Hey Miss G, this is my final portfolio. I'm gonna talk about how my skills in theater arts improved, how we created our path since our first class to our monologues, and basically just comment on everything we did and how I felt about my theater arts skills by the end of this semester. So let's get right into it. So we started out with the beep game where we'd have to cross the class without you saying beep. It helped us establish trust and group work and basically the synchronization that you need in theater. We also after some time we also did the synchronizing games where someone would mirror the other. But the first contact we had with synchronization with others, basically on stage, that would be crossing the classroom, and working as a group, was in the beep game. So this was the first time.
Beep, 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 beep.
After this, we went into the chapter of body language, and we started out by dancing or just expressing what the song felt like in class. So you would play a song in class, and everybody would get together. Sometimes there would be an audience, sometimes there wouldn't, and we would try to use our body to express what the music meant, or what the music made us feel like. So you can see by this example that I feel that right since the beginning I didn't have much problem with how I looked in theater, how I looked or how I sound. I think that's maybe because I had already taken theater classes during the first year of high school, and that gave me maybe a bit of head start, but not as much. Just a feeling of what it was already like, and it helped me just be a little more loose and not care so much about how I looked or how I sounded. Still taking a look at our movement skills, we had to do a frozen scene, and with my group we did a hospital waiting room. Where I would be someone with their leg broken just sitting down, and we had the opportunity to explore where the characters should be on stage and how to explore actually how to use the stage better. If a character would be at the bottom of the stage, at the top, more to the center, right, left. We took the time to understand the importance of the location on stage of a character during a scene. After that, we went into the voice chapter. We began with our first activity, was playing a scene. I was Pietro's partner. We had to do a grave digger and someone inside the coffin that would suddenly wake up and ask for help. It gave us the introduction to working on our voice skills, on our pronunciation, our projection, our pacing, our tone, our volume, and everything that affects the voice. And especially, I guess that I have to note that in this scene it was really hard for me to project my voice because of the posture. As I was laying down on the floor, I had to make a lot of effort to try to make my voice sound louder.
Me? Here? Where? Coffin! How? Mommy!
After this assignment, we had to write our own script, a 10-word script to perform. And as we could write about anything we wanted, it gave space for our creativity to flourish, and we we created a piece of work that we were really proud of. We worked on background noises and props, and we even thought about bringing costumes, but that wasn't viable at the time. But my work with Pietro was really interesting, and I could notice an amazing improvement on both of us. Even though I didn't have much lines, I only had one line. I could see that our acting, our movement, sense awareness were all just starting to actually show a real improvement since the beginning of the course.
Loser! Why do you always speak of me? Not anymore.
So after that, we worked on our voiceovers, which for me was one of the most fun assignments that I ever had to do. So we had to really focus on our voice skills, the 5 P's of voice, when doing this assignment, because there was a crucial importance to differentiating each voice from each character, because it was the same actor for everyone. One of my largest difficulties was on one section of my voiceover that I had to speak really fast, and my articulation was just terrible. And I had to do it 1,000 times over until I got it right.
Me doing this for you again? Who doesn't wish they could talk to animals, Rick? Most humans. There, I'm done. Just stay out of trouble.
Gotta keep moving, can stop, up, down, up, down, up, stop.
I wanted to mention that another challenge during my voiceover was the British accent that I had to fake. Articulating on that was also really difficult, and it took more than one try to get it right.
Stabilise their economy, refocus labour class outrage from upper to middle, foster a coup, and install a compliant regime. Same as Guatemala. Yes, but you can double tie it. We need a quorum to pick a new pope in case the excellent Monsanto things falls through.
During our children's theatre presentation, we had the opportunity to understand how a song can affect the mood and the tone of a scene. For example, in my presentation, we had a really childish song, so the voices of the characters would also be high-pitched or very low-pitched, something that children can differentiate from. Another opportunity we had was that of a contact with us planning our own blocking and our own cues in this scene. My group and I had everything written down again. We were really organized before we presented this. I guess it was one of the reasons why I felt that it succeeded. And we got to practice our synchronization once again. Then we went into the improv section. There's where I thought I could use more of my imagination, work better on thinking on my feet, creativity, and blocking right on spot. There were no cues except for the one given to us or given by us at the time. That made our work much harder than when we had a script. But I guess that's where the class had most fun, in the improvisations, because we had even more liberty to do what we wanted.
Did someone teach you? Do you need to go to the bathroom? There is a bathroom here.
Well, then we had our final assignment, which were our monologues. It was really tough memorizing the entire script, but after it was done, I just gave my best with the costumes and the background noise and the props, and I think that this was the assignment that I put most effort in and that I felt greatest about in the end of how it turned out. And there was quite a sense of achievement after I was done. I received a few compliments that were unexpected to me, and I was really happy about it.
You might as well sit back and enjoy it.
As a reflection for my semester, I just want to say that learning theater this way was an amazing experience for me, because I had drama lessons 2 years ago, but it was nothing similar to what I learned and how I learned in the past 6 months. When I look at my videos from the beginning to the semester to the end, I realize that my acting seems so much more natural after practicing so much. On my monologues, it felt almost as like this easy thing to do when compared to 6 months prior, where it was like this itching on the back of my head, and it just made me really, really nervous. The importance of body language was what stuck to me the most on its role in professionalism, leadership, in the personal life. Reading it and understanding situations came to me as one of the most important things someone can know and understand to have a healthy life and healthy relationships with others. So I just wanted to close off saying that it was again an amazing experience, not only for my curriculum and my personal knowledge, but making friends and building trust with people that I already know. I want to thank you, Ms. G, for this amazing semester and year. I hope to see you again many more times in the future.